Illegal now, but normal in the 1990s. Look. Oh man, the 1990s, boy. I'm an 80s baby, so I'm just trying to think, oh, there's gonna be some more nostalgia. Wow. Shout out to Recollection Road. The original video will be in the description for you guys to check out and even subscribe, man. I'm excited for this. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
In the 1990s, there were so many new and innovative products, we didn't know where to begin. Music was changing, tastes were evolving, and lawyers had more work than they knew what to do with, litigating safety concerns. So let's take a look back at all the things from the 1990s that are now illegal.
The paddle.
Back in the 1990s, it was common to see homemade baked goods being sold at school fundraisers, church events, and even roadside.
Hell to the no. Boy, you just don't know. Hey, I already know where you're going with this. Boy, there's some shady people out there. Oh, wait.
Stands. No one thought twice about buying a slice of homemade pie or a jar of jam from a neighbor. But over the years, stricter food safety laws have cracked down on these once simple transactions. Many states now require permits, inspections, and strict labeling for anything made in a home kitchen.
Yes.
While some states have passed cottage food laws, allowing small-scale sales, selling food without the proper paperwork can lead to fines or shutdowns. Even lemonade stands run by kids have been targeted in some areas, turning what used to be an innocent way to earn a few dollars into a legal headache.
Man.
Remember the simple pleasures of being a kid? They're back.
Mom?
Now you can eat like a kid again when all you cared about was taste. Introducing new Lay's Wow Potato Chips. They taste just as good as regular Lay's, and because they're made with Olean, they're half the calories and 100% fat-free.
What?
When Olestra hit the market in the mid-1990s, it was supposed to be a game changer. This fat substitute allowed snack foods like Wow chips to be crispy and flavorful without the extra calories. But it didn't take long for consumers to realize.
So is that the baked chips now? Is the Wow the baked? Seems like it.
There was a serious downside. The FDA required warning labels about potential problems, and many people reported unpleasant digestive issues after eating products made with Olestra. As the backlash grew, the ingredient was pulled from most products and eventually disappeared from grocery store shelves, serving as a reminder that not every miracle food is worth the risk. Before 9/11, airports had a completely different atmosphere. Friends and family could walk right up to the gate, waiting with loved ones until the last call for boarding. Tearful goodbyes happened at the jetway, and welcome home hugs were immediate. But after the terrorist attacks of September 11th, 2001, airport security changed overnight. Now, only ticketed passengers can pass through security, making those gateside reunions a thing of the past.
Should have been that way.
Recollection Road is proud to partner with Legacy Box. If you've considered preserving your family's memories, then watch until the end of this video to see how Legacy Box can help you do it. In the 1990s, Lifesavers Holes were introduced as a bite-sized alternative to the classic ring-shaped candy. They were basically the punch-out centers of Lifesavers, but it didn't take long for them to be pulled from the shelves. Despite being small, these tiny candies posed a serious choking hazard, especially for kids. Ironically, Lifesavers were originally designed with a hole in the middle to prevent choking, but by selling the holes, they created the very problem they were trying to avoid. The controversy surrounding Lifesavers Holes brought more attention to the dangers of small, round candies, leading to stricter safety guidelines in the years that followed.
Lifesavers that'll
In the 90s, backyard trampolines were a staple of childhood fun, but they were also an accident waiting to happen. Without safety nets or padding, kids would bounce too high, land wrong, or even get launched right off the trampoline. Sprains, broken bones, and concussions were just part of the experience. As injuries piled up, lawsuits followed, and trampoline manufacturers were forced to add safety features. Today, most trampolines come with nets, padded frames, and strict guidelines, and some insurance companies even refuse to cover homes if they have them. While the added safety features has likely prevented many injuries, some argue that the thrill of an old-school trampoline just isn't the same.
Never jumped
Walking
on
into
one.
a restaurant in the 1990s often meant choosing between smoking or non-smoking, but the reality was, no matter where you sat, the smell of cigarettes.
Let me tell y'all something. When we went to Italy, oh my goodness. I honestly don't know how they do it. I'm over here trying to eat lasagna, and every time I open my mouth, you get smoke. They were smoking so much out there, man. My goodness. Like, look at that. And the smoke, like, it stays on your clothes.
Lingered in the air. Smoking sections were a common feature in diners, bars, and even fast food restaurants. But over time, health concerns led to sweeping indoor smoking bans. By the early 2000s, many states outlawed smoking in public places, making smoke-filled restaurants a thing of the past. Cabbage Patch Kids were a massive toy sensation, but in the 1990s, a special version called Snack Time Kids took things a little too far.
Look at that.
These dolls had a motorized mouth that chewed plastic snacks, mimicking a real child eating. The problem, they didn't know when to stop. Kids quickly discovered that fingers, hair, and even clothing could get caught in the doll's powerful chewing mechanism.
I didn't know about that.
With no emergency stop button, the toy became a serious safety hazard. After multiple injuries, Snack Time Kids were pulled from shelves and recalled. Today, interactive toys have built-in safety features, but this incident remains one of the more infamous toy recalls of the decade. In the 1990s, paddling was still a common form of discipline in many schools. If a student misbehaved, they could be sent to the principal's office for a swat with the wooden paddle. But as attitudes towards discipline changed, states began banning corporal punishment in schools, citing concerns over physical and psychological harm. While a handful of states still allow it, the practice has largely disappeared. Today, most schools rely on detention, suspension, or counseling instead, though the debate over discipline methods continues. In the 1990s, recycling was encouraged, but it wasn't widely enforced. Many people simply threw everything into the trash, and landfills continued to grow at an alarming rate. As environmental awareness increased, cities and states began implementing strict recycling laws, requiring residents and businesses to separate recyclables from regular trash. Today, failing to recycle can lead to fines in some areas, and businesses are often required to meet recycling quotas. While these efforts have helped reduce waste, the effectiveness of recycling is still debated, especially as many items that were deemed recyclable still end up in landfills. Nestle Magic Balls were a fun treat for kids in the 1990s. They were a hollow
What?
chocolate sphere that contained small plastic toys. Similar to the European Kinder Surprise, they became an instant hit. However, the US has strict laws against embedding non-edible items inside food, citing choking hazards. As a result, Magic Balls were pulled from the shelves and replaced with something called Wonder Balls, which contained edible candy instead of toys. While they're still available in some countries, the original version remains banned in the US, and even Kinder Surprise eggs are still prohibited for the same reason.
How come they don't, like, all countries don't do the same when it comes to that, like, safety right there? Like, are they waiting for someone to die or something? Like, what the hell is going on? That some stuff be, I don't know. Some people be strange with, like, whenever it's like, oh, someone could die or choke from this, you're like, all right, we all agree, but nope.
In the late 1990s, burning music to CDs was a game changer. For the first time, anyone with a computer and a CD burner could create custom playlists without relying on cassette tapes. With the rise of Napster and LimeWire, people could download songs for free and burn them to CDs, sharing them with friends or even selling them. But the music industry quickly cracked
Pearl
down,
Jam.
arguing that this practice was a form of piracy. Lawsuits were filed, and new copyright protections made it illegal to distribute burned CDs without proper licensing. While personal backups were usually allowed, unauthorized copying became a serious legal risk. Today, streaming services have made burned CDs obsolete, but the battle over digital music rights continues. This last one is a bonus, and is actually the opposite scenario from what we've been discussing. It might be hard to believe, but up until 1993, women were not allowed to wear pants on the US Senate floor. It was technically an unwritten dress code that reflected outdated gender norms, with women in politics expected to wear skirts or dresses. That changed when a group of female senators challenged the rule by showing up in pantsuits. Their quiet act of defiance led to an official policy change, allowing women to wear pants in the Senate for the first time ever.
Well, they be having some rules, don't they? Looking at all this stuff, man, is just making me really want to go back a little bit. I'll be watching this stuff and I kind of go to my childhood, and I immediately just see me riding on a bike for hours, just through the apartment building, like just, starting from my house, and you just go throughout the neighborhood. And to me, as a kid, it seemed like it took forever, but now I'm like, those apartments really weren't that big. But I would just do laps on laps. You just remember as a kid, you just had so much energy, man. And, you sit your bike down. I would go shoot the basketball. And I would do a lot of this stuff by myself. I had some friends, but I felt like I didn't need them. You wake up, eat some fruit or cereal or something, throw on some clothes, and you just go outside. And you go back inside because you're hungry or thirsty, eat a sandwich or drink some water or whatever, go back outside. And, once those street lights came on, you better have your butt in the house. And then you're eating dinner, and then you just wake up and do it all. It just seemed simple. Like, share, comment below, man. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching. Peace out.